Good afternoon, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update. And in the news this afternoon, JLP Westmoreland Western Esperance vehicle vandalized. The Jamaica Labour Party is closely watched the Westmoreland Western internal election campaign between the sitting Member of Parliament Moreland Wilson and the Councillor of the Sheffield Division, Dr. Garfield James, is said to have become nasty. The political rift in the constituency seemingly intensified Friday when a vehicle belonging to James was vandalized. The incident took place in Sheffield at around 9:51 p.m. Reports reaching the news indicate that the left front door window of the vehicle was smashed during the final day of the campaign. The incident follows alleged threatening calls to the campaign team, which reportedly intensified in recent days. A report of malicious destruction of property was made to the police. Both James and Wilson are to square off in an internal election this Sunday afternoon. Little London and the Grange Hill High Schools are the slated election centers for the polls. Councillor livid over delay in repairs to Upton Road. Councillor Ian Bell of the People's National Party, Beechertown Division, has stepped up his demand for urgent attention to the breakaway, which has left some residents of Upton Road in St. Anne struggling to get to and from their houses. During Thursday's meeting of the St. Anne Municipal Corporation, Bell charged that it has been more than 5 months since the residents of Upton Road have been marooned due to a breakaway in the area, and called on the government to deal with the situation as a matter of urgency. According to Bell, he is at his wit's end as he has repeatedly tried to have the authorities address the inhumane treatment of the residents. They are saying, "I don't pay them any mind because the majority of them are laborettes, but this is not a political thing. I am dealing with it on the basis that we have human beings who are suffering," said Bell. He told the meeting that some residents have been forced to park their vehicles far away from their homes, and there is no indication as to when things will return to normalcy. "We need some water today because the people them must suffer. It is deserving that these people hear something, not even electricity in certain area of the place, because JPS can't go down there to assist them," added Bell. The councillor charged that nothing is being done for the residents, and he is left with the impression that the authorities don't prioritize his people. This council, led by the mayor and the CEO, along with the Minister of Local Government, has no care in this world for the people's lives in Top Upton, Bell charged. "But I am not going to allow the people of Upton to continue to suffer," he added. However, chairman of the corporation, Michael Bell Navis, urged the Bell to be patient as the council makes efforts to provide him with a detailed report about moving forward. Indications are that approximately $40 million would be needed for remedial work on the breakaway, and the corporation has applied to the Ministry of Local Government for $2.56 million from the special grant fund to start the work. 3 Kingston men charged for kidnapping and robbery. 3 men are in custody, facing several charges in relation to the kidnapping and robbery of 2 women in Harborview, St. Andrew on Tuesday. Various items including 2 illegal firearms, 2 imitation guns, 55 rounds of ammunition, clothing matching descriptions from the incident, and a grey ski mask have been seized. Swift action of the Kingston Central Police, in collaboration with the Police Emergency Control Center, the National Strategic Anti-Gang Division, and the Major Organized Crime and Anti-Corruption Agency, led to the apprehension of the men in the East Parade area of downtown Kingston on Thursday. According to reports, 2 women were taken against their will from the Harborview area after entering a taxi on their way to work. The women were reportedly robbed at a gunpoint, with the robbers taking their phones, cash, and bank cards. The victims were later released in Pembroke Hall and rescued by the St. Andrew South Police. An investigation was launched, which led the police to a white Toyota Probox, the vehicle believed to have been used in the crime. It was later identified. The vehicle was intercepted in downtown Kingston on Thursday, and the 3 suspects were arrested. A search of their properties and the vehicle uncovered the illegal items. The men are facing charges including kidnapping, robbery with aggravation, possession of prohibited weapons, and unauthorized possession of ammunition. The police say the investigation is continuing and they have secured forensic evidence to support the case. Calls being made for review of Mandeville traffic routine changes. Member of Parliament for Manchester North West, Michael Phillips, wants a review of the traffic changes made to the Mandeville Town Centre with the aim of implementing the next phase. Several months ago, the National Works Agency implemented a one-way system to deal with congestion in the town. There has been complaint that the changes have not been yielding the desired results. Mr. Phillips believes a review is urgently needed. Some business operators in Mandeville are also calling for immediate action to address the issues surrounding the traffic changes in the capital.
But we also have to deal with the town of Mandeville, Brother Mayor. And we want to call on it from your office, the National Works Agency, in completing the traffic management system. Yesterday I was at a funeral right at the Seventh-day Church and heard a siren blazing in the opposite direction to get to the hospital, but also the rest of the system that has not yet been implemented because the town of Mandeville is still being choked up with the traffic.
Businessman Calvin Lane pointed to the number of minor crashes that have occurred in the vicinity of Manchester Shopping Centre following the implementation of the traffic changes.
Because, in my opinion, the lack of proper signage, the motorists are exiting from the shopping center onto the main street to go into town southerly. I'll tell you, there have been several accidents occurring there. The only reason why they are not more serious is because the speed is not there. It's confusion. But if you have the signs, at least to indicate something.
Bradley Hamilton, another businessman, is concerned that emergency vehicles are being delayed due to the one-way system. The multi-million-dollar Mandeville traffic management system was developed to, among other things, ease the congestion in the town center.
Even if the ambulance is coming or even the police, they have a hard time to go to where they are going. If it's the hospital, even the police station, it's just chaotic.
St. Andrew man charged after allegedly stealing motorcycle. 20-year-old Richard Salke, otherwise called the Prince of Constitution Hill, St. Andrew, has been charged with larceny of motor vehicle in relation to the theft of a motorcycle. The motorcycle was stolen along Cedar Valley Road, Kingston 6, between Thursday and Friday. The Halfway Tree police say that about 3 p.m., a man parked and securely locked his motorcycle with a chain and retired to bed. He awoke about 8 a.m. the following morning and discovered that the motorcycle had been stolen. The man reported the matter to the police and an investigation was initiated. Salke was reportedly found in possession of the stolen motorcycle in Augusta Town, Kingston 7. It was seized and he was taken into custody, where he was charged on Friday. He is slated to appear in the Kingston and the St. Andrew Parish Court on April 15. Guys, thank you for watching. See you this evening at 6 p.m. for another news update.